Right, so we are now logged into Kucoin. Now that we are logged into our Kucoin account, you can see that I have in my trading account, I have $300 worth of USDT. But because I am no longer going to need to use Kucoin ever again for the rest of my life, so now that I never plan to use Kucoin again for the rest of my life, I'm going to cancel all of my orders. We're going to go up to our assets tab. I'm going to click on trading account. On Kucoin, you have several different wallets. You have your main, trading, futures. For whatever reason, they have 20 different wallets. So I'm going to transfer my USDT back to the main account, and I'm just going to hit max. I'm going to move it all over. And I'm going to transfer my Kadena also to my main account, because eventually I might as well pull off my Kadena as well. But we're just going to talk about how do we send and how do we withdraw. Now, the number one reason that we're going to be buying Kadena on Bybit and not on Kucoin is because of the outrageous trading fees that Kucoin charges you. 1 KDA, when Kadena was $20, $28, they were charging us 1 Kadena to withdraw. So people, innocent, or I shouldn't say innocent, but retail investors that are only buying a couple $100s worth of Kadena at a time, you're wasting 1 Kadena. I've probably made 15 withdrawals from Kucoin just because it was the easiest place to buy Kadena before. And those fees add up. That's 15 Kadena. And if you figure Kadena is going to be one day a $3,000 asset, you know, that those 15 withdrawals in theory cost me $45,000. And I still think Kadena is just going to be 300 at the very least next bull run. So you're taking a look at a $300 asset times the $15, the 15 coins of Kadena that I wasted. The Kadena network charges you absolutely nothing. I could see 0.1 KDA just for their time, but Bybit is 100% free. And the first thing you want to do anytime you buy a crypto asset is you want to immediately get it off a centralized exchange. If you're buying an asset like Kadena, which in my opinion is a hodl forever asset, meaning hodl into the next peak of the next bull run altcoin season, take some profits, but never sell 100% of your portfolio type of asset, you immediately want to get it off a centralized exchange. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to transfer in USDT, and you can do this in USDC. It's the exact same process, but USDT on Bybit is only a 50-cent withdrawal fee. And again, on Kucoin, it's $1. So we are going to come back over to our Bybit account. At the top of the page, you'll see assets. Do that again. So we're going to see the asset. We're going to click on our icon on the top right on Bybit. We're going to choose the assets. We're just going to click on the asset drop down, and then we're going to choose spot. And that is going to bring us back over to our spot portfolio. We're going to click the deposit tab, and we're going to want to choose the option that says TRC20. So this is normally the cheapest way to send it. You're going to hit acknowledge. We're going to copy our address. We're going to come back over to Kucoin, and we are going to select the network. It's going to automatically default. It's going to ask us for the amount, and just remarks, I always put Kucoin stinks. I just put Kucoin as my least favorite exchange because it is. Just out of personal preference, I think, you know, the fees that they charge are just crazy. I don't like the way that they do business. And the founder of Kucoin is now threatening to sue anybody that says anything bad about Kucoin. So because I say Kucoin's my least favorite exchange, I might be in some trouble. Guess you can't have an opinion nowadays, you know. So we're going to click the withdrawal tab. It's going to ask you to confirm the security steps. So after you fill out the thing, you just hit the confirm button and then boom. Now I just sent over my USDT over to Bybit. Now what's awesome is we can also send our Kadena to Zelcore as well if you guys want to learn how to do that. So I'm going to go back to my main wallet. Click on our main wallet and we can see that I now have Kadena in my wallet. So if we bought Kadena and we want to send it to Zelcore, so we're going to log into our Zelcore wallet. Now that we are logged into our Zelcore wallet, now because I have connected my wallet 1 to CADX DEX, maybe if I don't go through and remove it for whatever reason, maybe I want to start putting more Kadena into a couple different wallets in here, because inside Zelcore you have multiple wallets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yours might say mining, farming, whatever. So I'm going to click on wallet 2. And I'm going to choose manage assets. This is the most important part. I want to add KDA right off the bat. That way, when I send my Kadena there, so many people think that their crypto is missing, because if you don't add the asset, it doesn't display in the balance, even though it's in your wallet. So now we're going to click on the Kadena icon. We are going to choose chain 1. Almost every exchange forces you to withdraw the chain 1. We're going to click the receive button, and we are going to copy our K address. Now we're going to swing back over to Kucoin. We're going to choose the withdrawal option. Only chain 0 is supported for withdrawals now. So now they're saying that we have to withdraw the chain 0, but it's the same address on every chain. So I can come over here and change this to chain 0. And guess what? It's the exact same wallet address. So no matter what, doesn't seem to make a difference to me, but you can go back over there and copy the right one just to be triple sure. We're going to come back over here. We're going to paste in our chain 0 address from Zelcore. We're going to choose network. It has to be KDA. And you can see it's going to charge us a 1 KDA fee when the network is completely free. I'm going to type in Kucoin fees suck, and this will be the last time that I ever choose. Let's say that. My last Kucoin transaction ever. Put that in the notes. So we are going to withdraw our KDA. It's going to hit confirm. So this is what's cool. I do like this better about Kucoin, is the fact that you only have to type in your trading password to withdraw after you've done it once. So after you've done the whole two-step verification where you confirm your email, your password, and your 2FA code. That's all you have to do. Now, if we look down here on Kucoin, we can see right here that the transaction is processing. You can click on the transaction to see it. Now, if we jump back over to Bybit, and we see that I originally had 18 whatever. I think that if I refresh this, I'm not sure how long KuCoin withdrawals take, but it looks like I still haven't got any deposits yet. So within a few minutes, we should see that deposit over here. And we can always check back on. So the withdrawal was successful. Your 104 KDA withdrawal was successful. So if we jump back over to Zelcore, oops. If I jump onto chain 1 and then I come back to chain 0, it hasn't arrived in Zelcore yet. So that was still really quick for them to confirm that maybe they just started the withdrawal. Let's check it out. So it says that my KDA withdrawal has been completed. If we jump back over to networks and we choose USDT, it's saying that my 300 USDT is also done as well. So now I got 2,100, 2,183. So it looks like my KDA or my USDT has arrived over here in Bybit. Now, what we want to do is we're going to learn how to buy Kadena on Bybit, and we're going to learn how to actually send that Kadena off Bybit to our crypto wallet Zelcore. So we're going to swing back over to the spot tab. And I want to say that there was at least 10 of you guys, at least 10, if not 15, that I'm going to send 15 Kadena for signing up for a new Bybit account. So congratulations to everybody that got hooked up. We're going to click assets at the top, or actually, sorry, we're going to click trade. We're going to come over here and I just click BTC because it's easiest. This opens up Bybit spot portal. And I'm going to choose the option. I'm going to click over the Bybit logo and it's going to drop this drop down. I'm going to choose KDA. And what I'm going to want to do is I want to star it, right? Because that makes it a favorite in my favorites bar. So it's really easy to get to. And now what I'm going to do, even though I think price is going to come down a little bit, I could probably get it for a little bit less in a couple hours if the market keeps pulling back. But let's just see how much cash we got over here. We got another 1,000. I don't want to buy $1,000 worth, but let's buy $750 worth of KDA. Screw it. Let's support the push. 225, $2 doesn't matter to me. All right. So I'm gonna buy another 340. And then now what I'm doing here is I have the option to limit buy and I have the option to market buy. So I actually want to do a market buy, which means that whatever the price is right here, right now, I'm willing to pay it. There's probably not a ton of liquidity, so maybe I should actually only do about $500 here because this might push price up high if there's not much liquidity over here. But I think we can afford to do 500, just call it cool. Let's just buy 700, screw it. See, did you see that push the price up? I just took the price of KDA with a $500 buy order up by 2 cents. It'll come right back down. But what it means is there's just not many people buying over here, right? Wow, we could really move that market. Oh, that's pretty crazy. So, anywho, now that we just bought our KDA, and you can also see I got crazy limit buy orders all the way down here. I got stacked up at least $500. So I'm going to put some more limit buy orders just in case the market free falls something crazy. I'm just going to set some crazy low limit buy orders at, like, I don't know, $1.99. Do some at That has some more crazy low and screw it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to we're going to come up here to the asset tab again, and we're just going to click spot. This just brought us over to our spot tab. You can see that I have 349 Kadena, and no matter how much I love Bybit, I am never dumb enough to think that I should be leaving my crypto on any centralized exchange. The first thing I want to do is withdraw it. So I'm going to hit the withdrawal tab. We're going to come back over here to Zelcore. Now we can see our 104 Kadena has arrived in our Zelcore wallet. I'm going to copy this address again. And what I tell everybody, right? My Zelcore wallet, my overall balance goal for Kadena is to have a total of 1,500 KDA, right? So I have been buying some CADX. I bought a little bit of Flux, right? But I always have to keep my balance in my fund wallet at 1,500 KDA. No questions asked, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'm replenishing my KDA balance. Because that way, if I want to buy, say I wanted to buy Flux, I would never sell my Kadena for Flux. If I wanted to buy Bitcoin, I'd never sell my Kadena to buy Bitcoin. If I wanted to buy some new coin, some new altcoin, some NFT product, I'm never going to use Kadena that I've already got. I'm going to go on to Bybit. I'm going to take my USDT. I'm going to buy more KDA. I'm going to send that KDA over to this wallet, and as long as it's above 1,500. So like I just spent 500 KDA over the last couple of weeks doing stuff with Zelcore or with CADX and Flux and liquidity pairing, and so my balance went down. Now I have to get that back up. I can't spend anything else. I don't spend my Kadena on new coins or anything else. Once I buy Kadena, it's in my hodl wallet forever. It's there forever, period. So once this gets above 1,500, then I take any more Kadena that I'm buying or DCAing into, and I send that to my hodl forever wallet. So what I like to do, because I'm going to be using this a lot, the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here and add this wallet to my address book, right? Type in me. I mean, obviously, you don't have to type in me because you're not sending out tons of crypto to tons of different people like I do every week, but me, Zelcore, wallet 2. So I'm going to put W2. So me, Zelcore, W2, wallet 2, and I'm going to hit confirm. Now that I've added myself to my address book, I go back. I'm going to go to spot withdrawal. I'm going to choose KDA. From the address book, I've already got my address added there now. And I'm going to choose all. Oh, and now it's charging me a 1 KDA transaction fee. Bastards. It literally just said no fees, and now it's charging me a fee. Got you coming and going, these bastards, man. So scratch that all about them being 0 fees. I'll have to text their team and see why that changed. It was literally just telling us 0 fees. Now it's telling me I got to pay a 1 KDA fee. Urgh. Pisses me off, man. I'll get you guys confirmation on that from the Bybit team in the next short period of time. So after you type in your code, you're going to get the approval, and boom. Yeah, so it's showing 0 transaction fee here. Let me text their team and let them know. I don't think that they know about that. It should be free. I shouldn't have got charged. So I just sent a screenshot to Cody and let him know. I assume that their team probably didn't even know, but it looks like here that they're trying to say, hey, it's 0 transaction fees to withdraw, and then after we put in our address, the transaction fee jumped up to 1 KDA for some reason, which it's probably just the default thing in their program because it should be free. At the very, I mean, doesn't have to be free. I could see them charging you 0.1 KDA, but 1 Kadena to withdraw when it's 100% free for them seems pretty outrageous to me. We see Coin Metro 0. Coin Metro is pretty great. They're free. And a lot of people get some good deals on some KDA over on Coin Metro. So I'm excited to see what the volume is on Bybit, because Bybit was the last exchange to be able to get, because the asset Kadena is so advanced that a normal exchange just can't buy Kadena and list the asset, right? Because you have to understand how to withdraw the specific chains and how all that works. So you need to get integrated, and you have to get help from the Kadena team. And it finally, they just got listed on Bybit. So I'm very excited to see what type of volume as far as transactions. It only took Binance a week to flip Kucoin, or 2 weeks maybe. How long have they been listed on Binance now? So, but what's crazy is look at where a majority of Kadena volume's coming from. It's not coming from the USA yet. Binance US, I mean, I guess you could say on Kucoin, it could be coming a lot from Kucoin in the USA, but as far as like a specific USA exchange, Binance US is only doing about 200,000 worth of KDA transactions. But imagine what that's going to look like 6 months from now. Binance is 0.01. Yeah, so Binance is 0.1. That's fair. You know, if the exchange got to make some money, they got to make some money, right? Now, I mean, I guess they do make it on you swapping the asset anyways. So they make 0.1% on the swap fee for whatever you swapped it from. And then they make 0.1 on the withdrawal. So it's a good, that's fair. Yeah, Josh, I was messing around. I got a really great video on CADX. Getting ready to work on the whiteboard video. I enjoy CADX. Now we could also, yeah. So we could come over to CADX. You want all 3 ways: the worst, the best, and the decentralized? Let's do it. Now, the decentralized way to swap your CADX or to buy Kadena would be to use CADX DEX. So you could say that you had something like I guess there's no real way to do it because you're not going to send over. They don't even have a wrapped asset, so it would be impossible for me to show you. But you could, in theory, if you had some Flux in your wallet, you could send Flux over to Zelcore. You could come over and choose Flux as the upper asset and Kadena as the bottom asset. Obviously, you have to have Flux in your wallet. Mine is all staked over here, adding liquidity, so I don't have any in my wallet at this point. And you would come over here and hit swap, and boom. Enter the amount you want of Flux to swap for KDA, and then you could easily swap it. If I switch this around, it would look just like this. I would come over here and hit max or whatever the amount I would want to swap. It's going to put I chose max, so I have 16 KDA up top. It's going to automatically choose the maximum amount of Flux I can get for that KDA after they estimate slippage. And boom, I could swap that asset, and then there you go. Boom, I'd have KDA and Flux. Or I'd have KDA in my wallet. That'd be the best way to do it for a decentralized way. Let me just record this outro 1 second. All right, what up YouTube? In today's video, we're going to talk about how do we buy Kadena, what's the best exchange to buy it, how do we send Kadena from Kucoin to Bybit, how do we send Kadena out of Kucoin to Zelcore wallet, and how do we withdraw Kadena from Bybit and send it to our Zelcore wallet. Everything about Kadena. You guys know Bybit's my favorite exchange to do it. They just launched Kadena Spot. Let's dive deep. All right, YouTube.